and
I
hopefully
hit
my
record.
fan is fine.
Yes, folks, welcome to. Oh my God, I just forgot the episode number.
Oh God, so did I. Holy shit.
Oh,
37,
it's the new
37.
one. It's the new one. Welcome to
37, hell yeah.
episode the new one of Loud Equals Funny, everyone.
Yes,
Featuring the unknown.
The
yes.
unknown.
There's Jesus. There's been some unknown things going around. There's been some
Very skibbity stuff, people.
Yeah, so real quick, I do want to apologize because we haven't really been recording new episodes for a while because I had a funny anxiety attack.
Well,
But
yeah, that and I've been
getting better.
I've been knocking out
It's lit. It's chill.
yeah. I've been knocking out some of the stuff we've had in our backlog. I finally got the Silent Hill episode out after
Hell yeah.
a very long time.
He did. He finally got it out. And I mean, cards on the table, I've basically just been playing the new Final Fantasy. But,
Yeah, I've been doing that too.
I do appreciate the break that has given me. That we've not been doing episodes, and I've been able to. Yay! I can go chase Sephiroth. It's been hype. But no, yeah, I'm good. It's good to hear that you're feeling a little better there, Tristan. And we did this one a little bit impromptu here this episode because I had a whole tabletop game tonight, Papa Pedro and his adventures to stop the pedophiles, and sadly people were sick, and so I was like, hey, I know it's like late, but let's just go, let's do it.
We usually start recording like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna try to shotgun some fucking news directly into your
good lord,
uvula.
Brain holes.
We have so much.
We have a lot.
Yeah.
So I guess like the biggest continuing story is that big shit show with the with the Willy Wonka thing. But really quick,
yeah.
I wanted to pull up that. I wanted to really quick say that I watched the new Wonka movie and it's actually really fucking good.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, another amazing opinion from Tristan.
Well, I mean that's the thing. I heard people say, "Oh, geez,
everybody
this sucks."
says they hate it," but
His
like, I mean,
are better than mine. I mean,
that's true. They are.
They're usually like higher standard, at the very least.
Yeah, it's just a good movie. It made me feel like a kid again, which is not something that happens often.
That's good. I've heard really good. I was nervous, but I like the director behind it because he's done the Paddington films.
Yeah.
And those are really good.
Just
we'll
nice,
get
fun
into
movies.
it. We'll get into it in a bit, I'm sure. But that just makes me think because it came out recently, the Wonka movie, and everybody's been pretty hard on it since before it came out. People were shitting on the trailer, and
yeah, I wasn't big on the trailer. The trailer doesn't sell it. It's not a good trailer.
Yeah, that's been a big problem with Warner Brothers. Their trailer cutting kind of sucks dick, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny because, I mean, I was just going to compare. We'll talk about it in a bit. FF7 Rebirth came out, and that's another thing where just yesterday, at the time of recording this, I did a stream where I was looking at people that were, like, very upset and unhappy with the game, Rebirth. And they were using like 14-year-old V buzzwords.
Oh,
like
boy.
it was like I kept saying it's like a post that I made 14 years ago on V, but like transplanted into the future. It was wild. And yeah, no, I mean, a big thing that I pointed out was like a lot of people are so used to seeing terrible remakes and remasters of stuff and new versions of an old thing that, like, once in a while there's like a Bumblebee or maybe a Wonka, or
something
an
that's like
FF7 remake or whatever, which is a good version of that and not just like a complete fumble. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, I guess we're.
Well, I don't know if Wonka is though. I mean, I'm glad that you enjoyed it though.
There's a lot of times where they take something and it should be a sure success. It really should be, and they fumble it really hard. I'm calling my shot with the Silent Hill 2 remake right now.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Fucking.
That was a real sad one.
It was really disappointing.
It was like they just chose to ruin it for no reason. I guess just because they were cheap, but like, man.
Yeah,
Capcom rushed that one, which is weird because then you go to 4 and it's
and the 4
amazing.
remake is like, yeah, it has some faults, but it's still really fucking good.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't say personally I like it as much as the original 4, but it's pretty damn close.
Yeah,
like it's really
like
good.
At the very least you can make a case for it.
Yeah. And you can't for 3. You can make a case that's really fast to speed run because it's got like at best 4 hours of content.
I'm looking forward to the
to be fair
discussion because I have stuff to say that's relevant to the RE4 remake as well. Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair though, I really do like the different difficulties that game has.
Yeah.
That's the only point that I'm gonna give it.
I
remember seeing the video that talked about the remake of 3 and how it just cut out all of the like branching path sort of choose your own adventure shit, and that was like, man, that seemed like a really cool feature. I'm not really into the series.
I loved it. That's why I've played Resident Evil 3 more than any of the other ones.
Yeah, that's like I would totally play a game like that. Yeah. Oh, that's a real shame. I guess though we should have video games are all well and good, but there's been a very skibbity series of events recently, and we should really get into it. It's been like 10 days or something. We just talked about the Wonka movie. There's been a movement, really. A sort of a cultural renaissance that has occurred in the wake of the Wonka movie. Tristan, what exactly happened in the Wonkaverse?
Well, there is something that I do want to talk about that's completely unrelated, but I'm gonna stick to the big thing.
I ruined the segue again. I did it again. No.
Oh no.
There was this event in Glasgow called Willy's Chocolate Experience. And if you look at the site, every single piece of art, maybe besides the logo, is AI generated.
Yeah.
And they have text like on the photos too. So you have stuff like entertainment. They have catacacking live performances and Karchi tons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're talking dim tight. We're talking dipractions. Guys, this event had Vivu sounds and ungearable.
Guys, scroll down a little bit. They had a pasadise of sweet teats.
That's true, and Karchi tons. So you can't even fucking talk shit about that.
Exarcerday lollipops.
Wild.
It's gotta taste good. Right.
So yeah, every image on here is AI generated. But it does... I mean, I will say it speaks to something within me. I'm not the biggest Wonka fan necessarily, but some of these images, some of these candy wonderlands, man, I can see why people would want to go here. It reminds me of the last level from Rayman, where it's like a huge cake world. Yeah. I want to go to this weird fantasy fucking candy wonderland. So a bunch of people wanted to go here, obviously.
Yeah, and they would assume, as one rightfully would, that at the very least they're trying to make something similar to these AI generated images. Maybe some people can't tell they're AI generated, and maybe it's like they think it's like concept art.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think the average this is marketed towards children, and children are very stupid, to put it nicely.
Yeah.
You show a child.
There's a reason we have advertising standards for children.
Oh yeah.
Like specifically.
Like little Timmy is not going to understand that this is something a computer made up. They're gonna look at all this candy and think, "Oh wow,
candy, yeah.
I want to eat all of it, yay!"
Yeah, even though most of these look like they're like kind of melting monstrosities.
Yeah, I want to point out there's one here. There's one here that's marked as Enchanted Garden, and the text talks about how it's an enchanted garden, and then it says in brackets, "Who knows, perhaps you might be able to grow your very own enchanted garden." You could not. You were not able to at the event.
I don't think that's possible.
But I will say also the picture does depict what appears to be like a waterfall that lets down into like a little pond, I guess, and the pond is filled with jelly beans. And so this is essentially this event's version of the ball pit.
Ball pit.
Yeah,
yeah. As it turned out, the Wonka event was not... Well, it wasn't officially Wonka. It was called Willy's Chocolate Experience.
Yes, legally distinct.
Yeah.
The best kind. And they were operating in Glasgow in Scotland. And they... really good Scottish accent that I have. They opened up their doors, and it did not look like the Candy Paradise Wonderland.
Yeah. If you want a really good visualization of this, if you somehow are living so far underneath that fucking rock that
everyone's been talking about it, retard. Where have you been? Come on.
If you want a really good like visualization, think of an empty convention center and then just put like a couple like lollipop standees around. There's an Oompa Loompa and a meth table, you know.
Imagine like a ball pit, an empty warehouse. That's what you really need to be thinking.
Yeah, there's like a drop down, you know, like a whiteboard or something that's just got some like another AI generated Candy Wonderland image on it, like a wallpaper, basically, you know.
So I'm gonna
that was what they had.
I'm gonna read something from Wikipedia page about the script though to get people to understand how absurd and batshit this was.
This is on Wikipedia already?
Well, yeah, they have a whole ass Wikipedia article about how much of a fuck up this was. It's kind of funny.
That's insane.
Already. It's been like less than 2 weeks or something.
Yeah. The script was titled Wonkydoodles at McDuff's Chocolate Factory, a script.
Good lord.
Wonkydoodles are the Oompa Loompas. Willy McDuff is the chocolate maker, and he leads the audience through the Garden of Enchantment and the Twilight Tunnel. Once there, the group are confronted by a character known as the Unknown, described as
Unknown.
Yes. Described as an evil chocolate maker who lives inside the walls, who seeks to steal the magical...
Oh my god, he's just like me.
Exactly. To steal the magical anti-graffiti gobstopper from McDuff's Chocolate Factory.
I'm not sure what that's about. Like,
I've actually read the full script because somebody did a recreation of it that I listened to, and it's as bad shit as you think it is.
I mean, apparently the people that made it are called House of Illuminati, so I guess this makes sense.
It kind of does. The gobstopper is a sweet so powerful, quote here, it can make any room sparkle without lifting a finger. McDuff defeats the Unknown by amplifying the power of the gobstopper and causing his enemy to be gently swept up by a robotic vacuum, humorously ending the confrontation, end quote. The script was unusual in that it included stage directions for the audience and depictions of their reactions.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Cool.
So it had moments in the script where it was the Jeb Bush please clap, in other words.
Oh yeah, it was like,
great.
Some of the audience would be timidly smiling at this point. Literally, that's what they said in the description. Like, oh, that's great.
Timidly smiling.
But yeah, God, yeah, the Oompa Loompa that we've seen a lot. Christy Patterson did an interview.
Pressed meth Oompa Loompa. I don't think she's actually on meth, but it looks like she's cooking meth, and she looks like she's on meth.
The thing is, like, there's other pictures, and she looks a lot better in them. It's just that frame.
Yeah, it's iconic.
She looks so defeated.
It's one of those things where you see it and you're like, this is gonna be on the Time magazine thing for this year. Like, this is a big news story for the year.
Maybe, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be one of those images that at the end
of
the
year,
we'll
geez, I looked up Kirsty Patterson or whatever. Christy Kirsty Patterson. She's actually just a fine-looking woman. It's very unfortunate that this image of her makes her look like
the other pictures
just got
so much better
face or something. It's very unfortunate, but it is a great expression, though. It is very. Oh. This is the classic type of image that you would have on like a V reaction image of like,
it's very 2008.
I'm so done with this shit. It would have like the macro like Tony Kornheiser Y text on the bottom, you know.
Y of depression reaction.
It would be Y but spelled with the letters from Willy Wonka, you know.
Yes.
Honestly, someone should make that. Oh god, there's even a fucking TV Tropes article about it. Jesus fuck.
Yeah,
oh god, already?
There's a lot of fan art of this lady, including this one, which I'll link here in the chat, where she was depicted as having one eye, which is true. This is true to the image, but one eye significantly lower than the other.
Yeah,
I don't think it's not that bad in the real. Come on now, that's just unkind.
Also, here's Willy McDuff, and
It's a shame he looks like Henry Zabrowski, because he does also. You're right, he does look like somebody who would have a few days after his big tell-all about the event been outed as having had sex with a 16-year-old at the age of 25.
Yeah,
he does look that way. He does. It's unfortunate, but
that's a very specific and very definitely unrelated to anything comment.
Look, I don't know that it's true or anything. I'm just saying he looks like that would be the type of that. Bane said that maybe
there was an accusation, and when I saw it, I was like, that kind of chick. And there's photos of her with this guy, and she looks really young, so it's like,
he kind of has a youth pastor kind of look.
He does. Holy shit.
He wants to rap with you about Jesus.
He's gonna tell you how
my rhymes are fly, my beats are sick.
By the way, this is the amount of lemonade they could give out at one point. It got so bad.
Yeah, it's like a third of a plastic cup.
A third of a cup and one jelly bean.
And it can't be like overstated how poorly organized this. I mean, it looks like the image that you just posted, I would summarize as, it looks kind of like if you've ever gone to like a place to vote, and it's like some old folks home or some shit, and it's just a bunch of fucking tables lined up with around walls and like a big room, and there's like just some shit fucking, you know, there's like these black fence kind of wall barricade things. They're like see-through, but I don't know, the whole thing, it doesn't look like a magical fantasy experience. It looks like you're going to get your fucking, like, you're going to the DMV or something.
It looks like they got the ticket price and the budget mixed up. Either that or they're the exact same. Because this looks like 40 pounds.
Yeah, the tickets were about, I think, $35, 40 pounds. I'm not sure about the funny European conversion.
I mean, they did probably spend more than that on the big, giant candy bag full of sweets, but, like, that's one prop. It's not enough, dude.
Exactly.
Not enough. Where did they host this again?
This is in a warehouse, essentially.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's not even a hotel. It's not even, like, a real quality inn downtown in Glasgow or whatever. It's a fucking warehouse where you get robbed and it turns into a Yakuza side quest.
God, yeah, no,
I could see this being in Yakuza 9.
I would be down to see this in a video game. It's such an absurd fucking story, though. I don't get how, one, you go to this level and fuck it up this much and then let it go on. It's like,
Well, it's a scam.
I mean, yeah, but there's better scams.
Allegedly.
I mean, but it's a scam, though.
To be fair, I mean, if they sue me, I don't care.
If they sue you, it'll be with a ChatGPT lawyer that has all fake text that's all gobbledygook.
Well, Claude,
that'll be great.
ChatGPT understands the law.
It's true. It understands the legal
system.
Yes,
I'm sure.
A very wise man once said that. That's true.
A genius amongst men once said that, yes. God, yeah, I'm reading the script, and God, this script is embarrassingly weird. Here,
I mean, it's all just AI garbage. What do you mean embarrassingly weird, though?
I mean, like, this feels like I could have written something better than this. I feel like I could have. I'm glad that AI will. At least we're better writers, I think, than AI.
Yeah, I mean, that's most likely true, Bane. I think you could probably do better than the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory experience.
Honestly, this could be a fun stage play. Someday someone's going to turn this into a stage play. I feel that.
Well, they're already turning it into a movie.
The messed up production of this whole thing, or like the
messed
actual
up production.
Okay,
all right, yeah.
I could see someone doing that.
Yeah, I guess they're actually doing like a thing with the the unknown is getting a movie. So yeah.
Yes, the famous breakout character, the Unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, the unknown is just a fucking thing that just showed up in the middle of the script. I guess they just I don't really know. I guess I don't know what the fuck the prompt must have been to get some of this shit. Like the unknown. I mean, did they literally just go write me a script? Because I don't think it would have written something that long. They would have had to write like several prompts and been like, okay, so the last time on the script this happened. Now write me a script about this.
Okay,
so it's like a Chinese telephone kind of thing.
I'll really quickly I'm trying to find. Okay, so this is. I'll just send the pages with the unknown in them. How about that?
All right,
you guys.
Some unknown.
Yeah, you guys got to read this. This is the first part of a script with the unknown in it. And just read what the unknown says out loud, one of you.
All right. So, a bunch of Willy McDuff stuff. It's the unknown.
Willy McDuff is like over here. He's just all fiendish foe this and anti-gravity gobstopper, a marvel of confectionery science designed to aid. Oh, not just any soul. Blah blah blah. Suddenly freezing mid-sentence, Willy McDuff, his expression locked in shock. Silence envelops the group. The tension is palpable. Then from the shadows, a figure emerges, cloaked in mystery and malice. The unknown, Tristan.
With a voice both smooth and sinister. Ah, Willy McDuff and his band of intrepid explorers. You have something I desire. With your unwitting aid, it shall be mine. The anti-graffiti gobstopper will no longer clean your worlds. It will turn them to chaos at my command.
Clean your worlds. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
The audience gasps, some shifting nervously. That's what the audience is doing right now, by the way. That's what they're all doing.
Yeah, they have to do it. Otherwise, the scene can't continue.
Yeah, they fail and they have to restart at the checkpoint and lose any XP they've made.
It's like a Sony game.
Yeah. Some shifting nervously. As the unknown scans the crowd, his gaze landing on a chosen audience member.
You there. Yes, you will assist me in acquiring this precious sweet. Together we shall rewrite the rules of cleanliness and order. What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is quite a
What does that mean?
Story. I mean...
Yeah. This is not even the last bit with the unknown, because I separated them in chunks. There's 14 pages to this fucking script.
Yeah. There's more here with Willy McDuff fighting him and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it just ends there.
That segment ends and then it goes to a new bit. Then I've got another bit for you guys.
Oh, well, we're not reading all of this, but Jesus fucking Christ.
There's only 4 pages out of 14. They had to read all of this shit.
Wow.
But it gets kind of funny here.
I'm looking too much into this, but, like, man, this is a real step forward in terms of... Like, what is known about the House of Illuminati that made this? Probably very little.
There's very little. It seems like... It seemed just like a sham place, like...
I mean, like, is this meant to be some kind of advancement for AI? Because this is, like, the first thing that's, like, a full script written by AI.
No,
There's like weird shit
tried.
There's weird shit in here that's like an invention exclusively of the AI, it seems like, unless somebody put into the prompt, like, also there's a candy maker named the Unknown. Like, did somebody invent this? I feel like it might just all have been just an insane fever dream of ChatGPT, and this is the future that we're living in. We've chosen to live here.
This could be a mix of both. Like, maybe they were like, make it like Willy Wonka, but change enough to where we don't get sued. That would explain the Wonkydoodles.
The Wonkydoodles, yeah.
And then maybe, like, give us a villain to fight. That's what I'm thinking they maybe put in for a prompt.
They had to have... No, they had... I'm betting they put in something where they just said, like, the threat is unknown or something like that.
Honestly,
and then
yeah,
it just
you probably
created the unknown as a manifestation. Like, I'm assuming it's some mix of the two. I don't know, but this is a hybrid form of storytelling. Man and machine coming together to create, through insane creativity and the desire to scam people, the Wonkydoodles and the unknown.
And Willy McDuff.
And the world didn't have this type of plagiarism and, you know, copyright infringement before this. So hats off. Hats off.
Yeah, it's a new level of, like, blatant theft.
Willy's chocolate experience, ladies and gentlemen.
It certainly was an experience.
Yeah, I mean, that's technically not false advertising, I guess.
I really do wish they'd had a ball pit.
Honestly,
yeah, it would have been better if there was a ball pit.
Yeah.
That would have actually been something for the kids to do.
I mean, it even mentions on the Wikipedia, it compares it to DashCon.
Yep, and nice. Fire Festival, which, by the way, the guy behind the Fire Festival apparently is doing it again.
Of course
didn't he already do a second one?
No, he's been trying to get it done. He's been trying to.
Okay, wait, no, so this is by somebody named Billy Cool, who,
that's his new name.
In 2021, he co-directed a now-defunct Glasgow food bank, and in summer 2023, he independently published 17 AI-generated books, including on various topics, including vaccine conspiracy theories.
Oh, good.
You'll never see it coming.
That's connected.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of people on Amazon who do that, where it's like, my entire career is just making... Actually, when I was trying to find a copy of FF7 Rebirth, there was a fucking thing that showed up on Amazon that was like a game guide for the game, and it wasn't out yet. So I was really tempted. It was like 50... It was super fake. It was obviously fake. It was like... All the caps were wrong. It looked really fake, not official. But it said official and everything. And it was like $15. I didn't wind up buying it, but I was like, man, I really kind of want to know what this fake-ass Amazon scam AI-generated, like, book is. That's like a fucking tip guide for a game that's not out yet. I would love to see that. And I sadly did not buy it, but
probably just a reprint of like the original 1997 guide.
Honestly, yeah, I cut out the sections where the game's supposed to be in there. Makes sense.
Yeah, I'll just go here and go there, and you're good to go. Bing, bang, boom.
Maybe it's all the same.
Some of the events might be a little rejiggered. Whatever.
Might be a little different. Who knows?
I guess we'll have to talk about that. I mean, I did a whole stream that was like 6 hours, and I talked about it last night. But there's
I watched some of, but I was like, I'm gonna get spoiled if I do, so I kind of.
I tried to keep it free of that as much as possible, but I guess there is some stuff probably that
I do want to say
did happen.
One thing. Speaking of Amazon, I recently was on Amazon and I was shopping, and I was looking at random old games. Found a copy of Time Splitters 2, but for some reason, it's got a fucking Time Splitters 4 with a Wii U symbol on the top of it. I was like, what the fuck?
Great. And it's from Crytek, and it has It has the Nintendo eShops symbol in the corner too. Okay.
Oh yeah, which various Time Splitters news, but I'm saving it after the
What is
FF7
this?
talk.
This is the Xbox original version of Time Splitters 2?
Supposedly.
Oh, now it's the Wii U version of Time Splitters 4. Awesome. That's my favorite game.
Exactly.
Amazing.
There is Time Splitters
Is that
news.
the Gears of War logo, or did that game really have that Gear logo?
I think it's a parody, like they were making fun of the Gears logo there.
Yes, yeah, maybe.
They did that in the series. They would kind of like make fun of logos, so it makes sense.
Mm.
But yeah, no. Rebirth.
We got a new Final Fantasy in town, people.
Yeah. A year after the last one, which I was not expecting. I was
less than a year. The last one was like middle of the summer.
Yeah, which I still have not picked up, even though I've been meaning to.
Oh, it's so fucking crazy. 16 was supposed to be the big new PS5 open world Final Fantasy action game. And then like 6 months later, they put out an even better open world PS5 Final Fantasy action game that was more action and more open world and more game.
Oh yeah.
And man, what a shame for FF16. Unfortunate, unlucky.
It's gotta be a little rough to be, the developers of FF16 and just look at 7 Rebirth kind of blowing up as big as it has.
Yeah.
I'm excited from where I'm at in the story. It's very early. I'm at the end of chapter 4. Like right at the end.
You're less early than I think. I don't know how long the game is, but I'm seeing people say I'm close to the end. I'm not looking too deeply into it, and events have been reshuffled around a little bit, as I was, alluding to. The wonderful segue. I didn't botch that one, thank God. Events are different. There's a very small number of people who are very upset about this still. They whine about the plot ghosts. And I guess, I mean, if you just say in a vacuum plot ghosts, that does sound really dumb, but then, like, I don't know, man, FF7 has, like, a giant fish that is a spirit of the planet that protects the planet, and, like, I don't know, there's a lot of dumb shit in that game. I think plot ghosts is fine, it's fine.
It's all kind of, if you really, like, stop and think about it, like, outside of the game itself, it's all kind of dumb, but, the thing that the first remake kind of did for me, I played the original FF7 years ago, and I never really had, like, a big nostalgia for it. I thought it was a good game, I just never really, like, some people I know really think it's, like, the best RPG ever made. I'm not gonna say that, but it's pretty good.
No,
I
mean, some people grew up with it, so yeah.
I played more of 8. I grew up with 8.
I played 7 all the way through for the first time in like 2016.
Yeah.
And before then, I'd had a lot of problems with playing turn-based games. So now, thankfully, I will say the combat in Rebirth is really interesting. People complained a lot with Remake that it wasn't turn-based anymore, but now it's the closest thing I can compare it to. It's like Devil May Cry meets Baldur's Gate meets FF7, because it's like real time with pause, but it's also a like fighting, like, brawler game or whatever with like dodges and parries and shit. And every character has a different fighting style, many of which are really complicated and fucking hard to figure out.
Yeah. But my favorite thing with it also is they've improved, like, now every character has a lot more, like different moves you can do within the same kind of moves you remember from Remake. Like, you can hold square with Cloud and do a little bit, like, you can do different things with that normal attack,
Oh yeah, and there's like team up stuff with other people. I don't know, I was looking at some bad reviews that were, again, they were like throwing every V buzzword in the book at the game, calling it like cash grab. They did to FF7 what Disney did to Star Wars was the big one that really lived rent-free in my brain. Because Because I guess the idea is throwing stuff that we know at us is like ATSTs or whatever, but it's not just meaningless. Look,
Yeah, it's a fucking
thing.
remake.
Yeah,
Well, it's a remake and a sequel, and so yeah, they throw stuff at us, and it's like, oh wow, they made a fully realized like dance number that happened. This is kind of a spoiler, but for me, it's like this should be in the trailers. This is a selling point. When you get to the gold saucer in Rebirth, there is a scene where the female members of your party just join a dance number that's happening, and they magically know the choreography somehow, and then it's all these women that are dancing and at the gold saucer, which if anybody doesn't know, it's like this big, it's the one theme park in the world. Yeah. Huge, cool, magic theme park with all a bunch of wacky shit. And all these women are dancing, and then the lights go dark, and all of a sudden a guy who led this dance minigame from the first remake comes out, and there's like this Barbie versus Ken dance battle show-off between the women and the men, and it's wild. It's just amazing. I mean, like, and I'm seeing stuff like this, and I'm like, man, seeing the bitter people that are just like, they changed things! I don't like it! The dialogue is stupid now. I don't know, man.
Like my brother in
change
Christ.
By itself is fine.
It's like my brother in Christ. The dialogue hasn't really changed that much.
I was playing the original FF7 today, and my god, I'm sorry, these people are just wrong. If that's the game they're comparing it to, there's a bunch of times where I know what I'm playing, and I've played it before. That version, even. And I'll be looking at a text box, and I'm like, what the fuck is this character saying to me? This is, like, horribly translated, and I don't even know what he's trying to fucking get at. Oh my god. And people are defending that like it's, I don't know, fucking gospel, and it can't be in any way touched or improved upon or whatever.
But by the way,
incremented upon. There's
something really I've noticed that this game finally connected for me, but I guess it's been this way for years. Isn't it nice how like games release worldwide on the same fucking day now?
Yeah.
Remember how years ago it
wasn't even years ago. It was relatively recently.
It was in the last few. The first time I really noticed it was I forget which one. It was one of the recent Yakuzas. I think it was Like a Dragon, or it might have been Ishin. One of the two of them.
I think was same day also.
No, I think Judgment, actually. One of the Judgments might have been, if not both of them, might have been
I think Lost Judgment was same day worldwide. I think Judgment 1 was
Judgment 1 wasn't.
Later.
Yeah, I think they started doing that with 7.
But admittedly, 6 months later and with a dub. That's impressive. That was impressive back then for
that's pretty good.
And now we're getting worldwide release with not just an English dub, but a Chinese one as well.
Oh yeah. And it's because those markets have been weirdly like they were so nervous to really like push in those markets, especially in America, for the longest time with Yakuza. For some fucking reason, they were so nervous.
Yeah. Well, it didn't. Funny enough, it didn't work out well for many of the games, and apparently, and I just heard this in a video I watched recently. I don't know how true this is, but I kind of believe it. Apparently, one of the reasons why they lost faith in Yakuza and they weren't going to bring over 5 was because Dead Souls performed really poorly.
Yeah,
fucking Dead Souls.
If you don't know, it's the weird, bizarre. I played it recently. I finally got it kind of working on the emulator, but it keeps crashing, which is a shame. Yeah. It's like a weird offshoot of Yakuza where it's like a spin-off and you're shooting zombies. It's non-canon, and I guess that was enough. That one not performing well was enough for Sega to be like, no, Americans just don't want it. They don't want Fuma Oyabun and his adventures with Kazuma, Mr. Kiryu. They don't want any of that. Now we get worldwide releases. FF7, I played some of it with the Japanese on during the Junon segment, and it was pretty good. I don't think I like Cloud's Japanese voice actor as much as the American one though. Because
the American one fits him, honestly.
The English, he's got a very subtle. I realized while I was playing it, people have had trouble for years figuring out, there's a misconception very popularly popularly. I think that's the word. There's a very popular misconception that Cloud Strife is like an edgelord, like emo whatever. That's Squall from FF8. Don't get it twisted. Yes. Cloud, that's literally his catchphrase in FF8 is whatever ...
Yeah.
Cloud's
like 90%
whole thing
of his fucking dialogue, honestly.
Cloud's whole thing, and the voice actor gets it perfect, and most of the VAs are perfect. I think Tifa's is not my favorite in this game. She was great in Remake, but there's some line reads I don't love here. But his voice actor in this is great, and it's like he really nails this what the character is, which is he's a very socially awkward guy who doesn't know what to say, but because he's good looking and confident, people kind of take that as like him being cool when he's just like and doesn't say anything, and it's like, oh, he's mysterious and aloof, and it's like a very subtle distinction that the remakes are getting really well, and it's nice to see that. So it's just been fucking wild to see people complaining. I don't know, I was mentioning it reminds me of the RE4 discourse, where like people were complaining, they missed the point of the original. It's soulless. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. There's just so many parts. Like, there's just minor parts. Like, you walk up to the Chocobo races with Aerith, and she goes, like, she starts, pretending to be, like, a Chocobo race announcer. And then, like, Cloud chimes in, and he's like, well, Aerith, with their breeding, I think it's no contest who's gonna win today. And it's just this cute little moment, and, like, you mean to tell me you think this is, like, a soulless cash grab just meant to, like Disney Star Wars it up or something? No, man, you're fucking stupid. No, this is great. It's a great game.
It's a sign that, like, even, like, Square Enix is a company that I have a lot of issues with as a company.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the way they've treated fucking Deus Ex hurt me.
Huh. Oh god, yeah, no, I forgot about all of that. My thing recently has been Rebirth has actually got a lot of really, really good commentary about, like, corporate overreach and everything, which was in the original, but it's a little more expanded here. And it's funny to hear all of these critiques of capitalism. Well, no, I mean, it always was, obviously. But, like, you know, you played in the original as, like, eco-terrorists who want to stop a giant corporation from destroying the world. And that's still what you're doing. But now it's like, oh, you see so many of the victims and stuff. And this is from Square Enix, the company that's still trying to push NFTs on people. Unsuspecting consumers.
AI-generated art in Foam Stars. Yes.
Oh, I am sure. Listen, here's the real truth. I am pretty sure there's AI stuff in FF7.
I'm 70% certain.
I saw some stuff I saw some stuff in Junon where it was like an advertisement for something, and it looked like, you know, the art was fine, but then there was text. And the thing is, in Final Fantasy VII, it's most of the text is either Japanese or English. Yeah, it's a nice mix between legible. Yeah, like it's English script or Japanese characters. And so when I see random weird squiggles, I'm like, that really activates my Willy's chocolate experience sense. I don't know. A little bit. It doesn't ruin the game for me, but like, it's very weird. It's pretty skibbity.
It's something to think about where it's like,
don't like it.
Certainly Square, but...
Oh, and also there was another minor controversy. There's a part at the beginning, during the opening, like, flashback part, where you go up to this lady in an inn, and she says something to you like, oh, Sephiroth's just upstairs. And, the way that they made it, people are thinking that it's an AI line, that, like, they got an AI voice to do it. But I think it's just, like, a bunch of lines cut together or something. It's, like, multiple lines cut together, so it sounds like the lady's going, like, Sephiroth is upstairs! Like, it sounds really bad. So people are just, like, on the AI warpath now. Anything that sounds slightly awry it's gotta be AI. I'm one of them. I see a thing, and I'm like, that has to be AI, right?
The thing for me that might be, like, it might be them cutting and trying to fix the fix the file, because I've done a Franken edit of audio before, and it sounds like that happened, and they just kind of left it in the final game.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, there's room for patches and stuff. There's some issues with the performance mode not working super well, and some other little gripes like that.
Kind of
bad
blurry.
Textures here and there. Yeah.
But
I mean, even on graphics mode, there's some places where it's like, oh god, that doesn't look super good. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see I'd love to see an update to performance mode. But still, what we got
that's coming. I think that's like already being talked about. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, what we got already is really good, and I genuinely have a good time playing it. It's such a fucking well-made, fast game.
Yeah, one of the things I love about it, it's, there's like I mentioned, the combat is pretty unique. There's a lot of games that are like fast-flowing action combat, and there's a lot that do weird things where they mix up like some turn-based elements or whatever. But the thing about FF7, the previous one and this one, it really is like you have to use the assess materia every time you're in combat to find out, oh, this enemy, if they're doing this specific move, you hit them with an ice move, and then they go, like, and do a crazy secondary form that they do, or something. Every enemy in the game has, like, a slightly different way you have to fight them. And sometimes it's simple. It's just, like, counter their move and hit them, and they get staggered and you beat them. But sometimes it'll be, like, if you hit them ever, they will activate a super instant death move, and you have to wait until they're attacking to do a counter or something. And so every enemy has some wacky different shit that you have to learn about, and it's, I mean, it's pretty interesting. It's people often compare stuff to Dark Souls or whatever, but it's like, I don't know, man. Say what you will. Dark Souls, love those games, love the Soulsborns. Ultimately, it's a lot of just rolling and stabbing. Here, you're like, I have to juggle 3 party members' ATBs and fucking limit breaks. There's AoE attacks happening. There's ones I got a perfect dodge, perfect block. There's, like, counter move. Every party member has, like, counter moves and shit. And weird moves that teleport them. Or, like, Yuffie is one of my favorites. She throws her shuriken and it, like, stays in place in an enemy and just keeps doing damage for, like, fucking as long as you want. And then you press the button again and you teleport to it and start attacking close up. Like, just crazy, insane shit. I don't know, man. It's wild. It's fucking wild. The combat and everything. And the boss fights. The boss fights, where every boss that you fight is like a towering fucking behemoth with like 4 phases, 3 different boss fight themes, and it's insane. It's just insane. Go play the game, everybody. Go enjoy it. I'm not sponsored, but I would be.
Yeah. Hell, I would be down for that.
Well, sponsor us, yeah.
Yeah, when Final Fantasy VII Revolution,
Sega.
I think.
Yeah, Sega.
Oh yeah,
do it, Sega.
Do it, Sega.
When you make
Sega!
Final Fantasy Star Remake,
Final Fantasy Star Ocean, the 7th coming in my ass. Yes. Hell yeah.
Wow, that would be the ultimate like JRPG Smash Brothers game. Final Fantasy Star Ocean. Jesus Christ.
I mean, honestly, I'm shocked that hasn't happened. They own both franchises. It's
I guess
easy
they
money.
do. Well, they don't. Well, no. Square owns Star Ocean and Final Fantasy. There's sadly no link between them, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Maybe they own another game that has Star in it, and they could wedge that in awkwardly. Like, remember this game from 1983? We own that too.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't think it'll work. Anyways, yeah, FF7's really good.
It is.
There's been at least 3 Game of the Year contenders already this year.
Yeah.
And I want to quickly shout out, just real quick, there's one other game that I really like that just came out on the 27th of February. I found out about it by complete mistake. or by complete accident. I've been getting more into learning Japanese and stuff again because I've been playing, Yakuza and stuff. And I'm like, I started learning the script and everything. I should get back into it. And there was a game I saw. It's called Shashingo. It is a game where you walk around a little Japanese neighborhood with a camera, and you point the camera at things, and it tells you what those things are in Japanese. And then you have a mode that asks you like, go find a Kuruma, and you go click on a car or whatever, and it like quizzes you, and there's a bunch of stuff like that, and it's really ambient and fun and cool, has some nice music, really relaxing, and it's got me back into it. So go check out Shashingo, everyone. I'm also not sponsored.
Yes.
Sounds cool as hell. Well, speaking of games, I have something. Give me just a second.
Okay.
I'm working on the thumbnail. Just gotta paste this. Okay. So
he's making it shine, people. He's making it beautiful.
You guys hear about the new physical media that's around?
Oh, what's that?
No.
Oh, very big disc.
Oh shit.
Very big disc. Oh.
Very big disc, and it can store up to 200 terabytes. Which that's cool.
Oh, I do love me a laser disc. Those are coming back.
I'm down.
Yeah, I think it's like regular size. It just has a shit ton of layers, like data layers.
So it's a 200 terabytes. Wow, it can store one Call of Duty game.
Hell yeah!
Insane.
We made the joke. There you go. I made the joke.
Finally, we have the technology that
we can
will allow. It'll allow us to use physical games while also
jerking off.
This is fucking insane. While also having our game scent plugged in.
Oh, Game Scent. I know the Game Scent.
Is this a new thing?
Scent. Yeah, let me grab a link for you.
Yeah, the Game Scent is an AI enhanced thing that will tell when something's happening in your game and put out scents.
Yes, it comes with such great scents as gunfire, explosions, racing, napalm, human exertion. But then,
I really thought that said human. I thought that said human excretion at first.
I thought it said human excrement.
Was about to get wild.
I don't think that's better though. It's like, what is that? Sweat? I mean,
yeah, sweat. Fear maybe.
Have like BO blasting.
Yeah, like I don't want my room to smell like that.
I don't need it to smell more like a gamer. Come on now.
Oh, that's gonna smell like a fucking.
Like that's the thing. If it was just like, oh, here's the smell of the nice palm tree beach when you're playing fucking.
The smell Yakuza of cum. Yes.
Maybe not that smell.
God, I'm sorry about this. I just have to interject real quick. I forgot to mention this. It was unbelievable. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, when you get to the tropical beach Costa del Sol location, this is a minor spoiler because Bane, you're almost there. Yeah, it just turns into infinite wealth. It becomes fun in the sun, and you get segways. You get segways to ride around Costa del Sol. It's wild.
I'm ready for Costa del Sol. God damn it!
It's unbelievable that they put that in the game that came out a month after the other tropical adventure vacation game with segways. It's what the fuck is happening? Anyways,
I think we're back in the era of the Segway. Hell yeah!
It's really coming back. Yeah.
It took a dip there after the owner died on it, but
yeah. Well, and the side story that introduces it in Yakuza. It involves the plot of it is that the guy who made them, previously they exploded and it was causing problems for, like, people were getting in accidents. And thankfully that never becomes a mechanic in the game where you gotta worry about them exploding. But
thankfully.
That is a thing in the story of like, oh boy, hope that one doesn't blow up on him, Jesus Christ. So, buy yourself a Segway, hopefully it won't blow up. Exactly. But I mean, look, Game Scent though is a it sounds stupid because it makes me think of like when Earthbound was sold with scratch and sniffs or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I can imagine like a Sonic level where you can smell the sand on the beach and like the palm trees and the sunny spring air or whatever. And that sounds kind of nice, I guess. I'm reminded also of that old fucking arcade game. I don't know if either of you played it. It was called like Arctic Blast or something. It was a
Oh, where
racing
they
game.
shoot out air at you?
Yeah, it had a fucking
Yeah.
air conditioner that
Yeah, that was
blasted air
cool.
at your face. It was great. And
The
if
first
games
time I
sent-
got jump scared by that shit, I was like, oh fuck.
if GameSet can do, like, obviously it's not doing that, but what I want is something that's like that, where it's like, give me the rush of like the wind from the speed of it and the smell and whatever else, you know, really get me immersed. If you're gonna go, it's an interest. It sounds dumb, but I don't know. I guess I'm kind of down for it. Maybe
It reminds me of you remember when we were talking about it before, that new Assassin's Creed game, but that like it sold at like a haptic vest edition where you could buy it and you got a haptic vest that would like you feel injuries, and
it's like, why would you ever want to be shot? You know.
Yeah, but I can understand that more than like some of the collector's editions. That's kind of the same vein of the game set, you know, where it's like similar idea.
God, no, this is really dumb though. I mean, I'm looking at the box and it's like,
Yeah, it's
in the tweet it mentions upgraded DLC since.
Are you gonna how you because they come in like little pods? How the fuck are you gonna download that?
I mean, I think they're using DLC in the sense of like, it's DLC, you can buy it.
This is so. I love technology like this, where it's like the Power Glove. Like it's clearly not there, but they want it to be there so desperately that they're like the Virtual Boy. Please, it's really virtual reality. It really is totally. And it's like, dude, you just can't make it happen.
Okay,
like, yeah, it would be great if you could somehow virtually synthesize scents, but yeah, I guess it would have to come with like fucking cartridges and sprays and shit. And so ultimately what it's going to be is anytime guns are fired, it releases the gunfire scent. And it's not really just like a dynamic thing that responds. That's what I was kind of envisioning. No, yeah, this is dumb, but I guess it's a step towards something, maybe.
It's like halfway there to a neat idea.
Yeah.
But we'll play a fun little game real quick. What do you guys think the list price, the suggested retail price of this thing is?
I closed the tweet, so I don't even know.
$219.
$4.99.
$499.
Yeah, my guess is $219.
Okay, Tristan is the closest. It's $179, so it's cheap.
Okay, all right. It's not awful.
But the thing is,
then you gotta buy the cartridges from them.
By the way, I love how the similar items are suggested to me is silicone pelvic dilators, Crisis Core 7, Crisis Core Final Fantasy 7, and then hydraulic crimping tools. I love what Amazon has become. Let's see the reviews.
Nice. Oh my god, okay, I don't think it's related, but there's a game that just got posted to Fit Girl Repacks. Don't pirate games, people, it's immoral.
Pirate games, it's moral.
There's a game that just got posted, it's called The Unknown, and I don't think it's related.
Oh my god.
But it's like a first-person adventure game, so, I mean, maybe you can pretend you're the unknown, you know? Like, I don't know.
Okay, so... It's got, tell you what, you guys guess the ratings. 1 to 5 stars.
2 stars.
Or
3.2.
Some of these reviews I know okay. People. I'm disappointed.
Some of these reviews are okay. One here says the scents are strong enough to fill a room. Most part they smell like what they're trying to be. The adapter surprisingly supports 4K, HDR, Dolby Vision, and Dolby Atmos pass-through. But the adapter doesn't support 120 Hz, VRR, or a lot of other stuff. The setup process is complicated, and you have to download an app. And apparently, it just hardly worked.
Yeah, you fucking lost me on app. Anytime it's like, hey, download this cool app that'll stop working in 2 months and you won't know why and you won't be able to use your thing and then you'll just give up and never use it again.
Yeah,
no, I'm good.
When smart bulbs, you know the smart
I have some of those in my room.
Yeah, so when I got the first fucking generation of those bastards, the app stopped working after 6 months. So I was like, yep, all right.
Sick.
I was like, immediately after that, I'm like, I want to jump into a fucking blender. All right. Yeah, no, the game sent cool idea. I don't ever see it going anywhere.
Yeah. It's just one of those things like why?
Like why do this?
Why specifically make bad sense? I don't want to smell gunpowder in my fucking room.
I mean, I could see it if
gunpowder is not a bad scent necessarily, but human excretion is, though.
Yeah, human excretion, napalm. I mean, the idea is neat. It's never going to be like viable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting concept. It reminds me of how I want like the fucking holographic 3D video game thing where it creates like a whole war tabletop game you can play that's all holographic. Have fucking scents blasting at you while you're doing it, I could see it.
It'll be good for VR when it when something like this can be shrunk down to the size to attach to a VR headset,
Yeah.
Maybe.
As it is, though, it's way too big for its own good, also. Like look at the Amazon thing for it. It's kind of like 6 Glade plugins you kind of drop in there, essentially.
So it's just it's garbage.
Yeah, it's little pods.
Yeah.
Like I say, it sounds like it's a fucking like power glove. People really want something that they can't have.
I mean, I really love the idea of I love the idea of the power glove. Power glove is just kind of a pain in the ass,
Well, we kind of have that now, but I mean, the power glove has, there's VR controllers that are basically the power glove, but like people still want scent stuff, and like I can feel, because okay, here's the thing. So you buy a vest that allows you to feel yourself getting shot, right? But what that really means is, oh my god, they made a thing so that I can feel Tifa and Aerith sucking my dick.
Yeah.
Eventually the technology will go there, and that's where people are thinking. And so the scent thing is like, oh nice, I can smell fucking gunpowder, but eventually it's going to be used to fool people into thinking they're in a candy wonderland, but really they're just in a warehouse in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Pump the air filled with delicious sweet smells, and people will get confused.
I mean,
it looks like a big scam, but it smells delightful. I don't know.
It could work. It could work. I don't know yet, though. I mean, but
I mean, yeah. Hopefully it does. I mean, it would be neat to be able to smell like, oh, you're cooking something in Skyrim. Oh, I smell some fucking roast beans or whatever. Like that'd be cool. But as it stands, I just don't want to like smell like there's been a fire in my room,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair reason to not want that. Yeah.
Man. I guess to pivot a little bit, I got a story here that I've been setting on for a little bit. Are you boys ready?
Ooh.
All right.
Yes. Balls Out Bowling is back, where nudity is required.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
Always go balls out.
The Pittsburgh area naturalists are hosting another Balls Out Bowling tournament where you can bowl in the nude. It's available for anyone over the age of 18, and nudity is required, except women can wear bottoms, which honestly, let's be real here, that's kind of like, if my dick's out, why is her coochie out? I don't know. No photography or videos allowed, and the event is a ticket event. Again, the idea of Balls Out Bowling is hilarious.
I mean,
it is a very funny name.
I don't think I would really want to go bowling naked necessarily.
Yeah, same.
I mean, like, I wouldn't want to do a lot of things naked, but like it doesn't come to mind that that would be specifically something where I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like I don't know,
Like,
going
it's not for me,
rollerblading, going like skateboarding naked, that would be fun.
Oh, see, here's the problem. I'm too much of a klutz.
Well,
Yeah,
like I wouldn't.
You
I
fall, your entire leg is just red.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, exactly. It would be fun to do, like, if I was into be like streaking or whatever. I mean, like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, you feel the wind or whatever. That sounds
Yeah.
fun. But like bowling naked, I don't know. It just seems like you're awkwardly crouching down and
Yeah.
you know stuff's dangling there, and I don't know.
One wrong
not a
move
fan.
and something bad could happen in either situation, really, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, you gotta worry about the guy who decides to go off and play on the arcade machines with his bare ass, you know? That's what you really gotta worry about.
Yeah. He might stick the Marvel vs. Capcom joystick in places that it should not go.
Why is there a
Yeah,
brown
see, this
streak
is
on
the
the
thing.
Cruisin' USA seat?
You really shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be allowed to. You really shouldn't be allowed to. You really shouldn't be allowed to do something like this in a public location where, yeah, like kids are gonna go there. I mean, not even kids. I could go there.
Yeah.
I could go to that place and be like wanting to take someone for a ride, but someone's ass has already taken that machine for a ride, and I don't think so. I just don't think so.
You know, there's got to be so many people that sneak away to fuck there too. You got to think that's happening, right?
Yeah.
I've only got a couple other stories really, and one of them's a turkey related one.
Country or bird?
Bird
or Tom. Oh, okay.
All right, we can talk about that before we can talk about the other vaguely bird related story that I have.
Oh, all right.
But
There are 40-something fucking remixes of the Chocobo theme in Final Fantasy, by the way. I just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah.
You just
Speaking
can't
of
stop talking about it.
Speaking of birds, there's like so many versions of the fucking bird riding theme. It's great. There you go.
And also, Chocobo riding is a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I really liked it in 15, but they actually like really improved it here. Yeah.
So we got some bird related stories.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna go into that later because that's the big thing that that we were talking about. I think last night, involving someone who's tangentially related to a goose.
Ooh.
Oh wait, who? What? Oh,
we'll talk about it later. But
I see. Yes,
I
have some dystopian stuff.
I can knock out my two stories real quick if you want me to.
Oh yeah. Sure. All right.
This one's from Montreal here. Turkey that terrorized Quebec town taken down by slingshot wielding resident.
I'm so glad that Link finally completed his first dungeon.
Hell yeah.
You said that, and I just had in my head like a fucking Western musical sting, like a da 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 da.
Yeah.
I guess that's more of a vampire sting, but you know,
yeah.
dead eyes the fucking thing with a slingshot at high noon. It sounds awesome.
Yeah,
it was terrorizing the town.
It was terrorizing a town of 5,000. They filmed the turkey in question terrorizing people on the streets in videos that have since gone viral on Facebook. Apparently, an unnamed resident killed the bird and is going to be cooked and ate. So, yeah, apparently the whole town was getting pecked by the turkeys, the turkey, and they got him. They just went.
I like stories like that. It's just this fucking menace.
I mean, hey, knocked it out, you know. And then the last one I got here: granddaughter of El Chapo joins hunt for Loch Ness Monster.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Frida Sofia
I do enjoy
these Munoz.
I love these fucking stories that you bring to us sometimes, Bane, where it is just these ridiculous, like, weekly world news headlines.
Oh, yeah.
That those are sure a bunch of buzzwords. This is like reading the back of one of those 80s, like, hack fraud movies where it's like, ninjas with the zombie deadly CIA brainwave, like just a bunch of fucking buzzwords.
Just 3 ninjas.
Secretly, this podcast has been inspired by my love of Cracked and just the absurd shit they'd find on Cracked.
Rest in peace.
It is. It's like Cracked, yeah.
Honest to God, if we could pivot this podcast into us getting, like, you know, becoming the editors of Cracked, I'd be okay with that. That's our future.
I don't think I would be down for that, Bane, but I would be happy for you if that was what you wanted. You know, I'd be happy for you.
But yeah, no, I love finding absurd shit and just finding a way to talk about it. And, you know, hey, this format works for that.
Yeah, it's a fun format. I really like it.
But yeah.
So what exactly is it? It's the granddaughter of...
Yeah, the granddaughter of El Chapo, one of the most notorious drug lords ever. Apparently, she is trying to spearhead the hunt for the Loch Ness Monster, which, hey, good luck.
You know what? I can fix her.
I mean, yeah. You might be able to fix her, but, you know... She is the daughter of his eldest son, who was murdered in a car park in 2008.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, you find out a lot of interesting things about this family.
Quite a storied family, yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, El Chapo is going to be spending forever in prison. Like, probably even past
I didn't even know he was still alive.
Yeah, 2019, he was put in the like, Ultramax that we have here in this country. Wow. Yeah, he is not getting out. Not anytime soon.
Yeah, damn.
Yep. But hey, his granddaughter is out trying to find the Loch Ness Monster, which, honestly, let's be real.
I hope she finds it.
If she finds him, should he be freed for that?
Yeah, that does
sound... but they should bring him back into the normal prison, and he'd be like the talk of the fucking town.
It's fair. I agree.
I don't know. I feel like that should be sort of like, all right, you did us a solid by getting the Loch Ness Monster. We'll let him go.
Yeah,
don't do it again.
It's like at that point, it's a part. Yeah, it's like a pardon at that point. It's like, all right, you found something we never thought would be found. All right, fuck it. It's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm down with that. Anyways, that's kind of all I have, because some of the older stories I kind of purged, because some of them were like, yeah, no.
I always like a good mention of the Loch Ness Monster. That's a good one where it's like, it's amazing, you know, flat Earth. All right, maybe scientists are lying, but man, I don't know. You could just get a boat and, like, look underwater. There's, like, nothing down there, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, after a certain point, we shouldn't even be going down there anyways, you know? It's like, once it passes a certain depth, we shouldn't ever be in that area anyways. It's not for humans. Don't go there.
Yeah, no. Unless you're James Cameron.
Exactly. Oh, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, God, I'm trying to think.
I have so much shit.
I'm
trying to count it all.
Well, we could talk about the Yuzu stuff, or we could save that for the next one, because there's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that for sure.
That's true. I'm very well. I guess we could just talk about it a little bit now.
Yeah.
But so for those who don't know. The Switch emulator Yuzu has been taken down by Nintendo. They settled out of court basically before anything even happened. It was like super early. And Citra, the 3DS emulator, was also taken down.
So I was talking yesterday's stream. I looked at bad FF reviews, and then also there was this guy I looked at who his name is Harman Smith, and he is without any joke or any fucking hyperbole, he is the biggest Nintendo shill I've ever seen. Nice. He had a video about Gamergate where he just randomly starts talking about like fucking a bunch of shit about Cyberpunk, and then it turns into how Nintendo was based, but every other company was the problem, and that was what Gamergate was really about. So he has all these weird, insane takes about Nintendo, and Nintendo's great, and they can do no wrong. And yeah, he had a video about Yuzu and Citra and everything. And where I came down really hard on it for my thing was like, okay, I get it. You want to take down the Switch emulator where I can play Zelda before it comes out.
Yeah.
Fine. I don't necessarily like that, but I can see why you would.
It's more understandable.
They don't sell 3DS games anymore. You can't even buy them digitally now.
Well, that's the thing. Citra's was just like collateral damage, essentially.
Yeah.
Because the reason that Nintendo went after specifically Yuzu is because they... And I think the Yuzu should still be up. I think that Citra should still be up. Emulation is fucking PogChamp.
100%.
But the reason that they went after Yuzu is specifically because they locked patches specifically
updates
for the pre-release version of Tears of the Kingdom behind a paywall.
Yeah.
That's like a double big no-no.
And then also they had like messages of the team on Discord showing, like, kind of teaching people how to pirate.
Yeah.
Which, pro tip, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I will say, I said last night too on my stream, I prefer Ryujinx. If I were to hypothetically emulate, I would prefer Ryujinx. Yeah, theoretically. Which is the other Switch emulator. But sadly, there really isn't another big 3DS one besides Citra. I think they're both open source, though, so maybe people can continue Citra.
Yuzu's open source, Citra's open source. Also, Citra is basically complete at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty compatible.
Like, there's not really much that they can do for Citra.
Yeah.
You know, they just took it off of their official site. It's still floating around.
It was fucking insane.
Even the fucking Android version.
It was fucking insane watching somebody try to defend this shit while I was sitting there just like continuously going like, okay, but emulation is great though. Why would I want to play Shin Megami Tensei 4, which is like a fucking 80-hour game on a tiny 3DS where I have to like cramp my hand and fucking like look down at the stupid screen instead of just having it in like a big fucking resolution on my normal computer. Like, that sounds pretty great.
Xbox or PlayStation controller while leaning back.
Yeah, and even then, unless you buy it physically, you just can't get it anymore.
Yeah, no, exactly.
The fucking the eShop's either closed or about to close.
They got rid of the eShops.
And by the way, it's very easy, audience, to hack your 3DS. Go to 3ds.hacks.guide.
It is very easy, and it is also fun and cool. And there's a program on the 3DS, you know, just because Citra's gone, if you do like using your 3DS, you know, thank God you can still theoretically pirate stuff really easily by getting HShop and just downloading every game super fucking easy on your 3DS on there. Not even like get it on your computer and transfer it like it's like a 2006 PSP situation. Nah, dude, download it right on your 3DS. Have fun. It's great.
Sick. It's great.
It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
You know, I recommend it for games that aren't 80-hour RPGs.
Yeah. I mean, I actually do kind of wonder if they're ever gonna fucking port that it would take a full remake, but SMT4 on other platforms would be kind of amazing, honestly.
Yeah, probably would need a full remake based on how kind of, I don't know, static a lot of the presentation is, just like JPEGs on backgrounds a lot of the time. They are making it's funny because SMT5 also came up as a discussion during the Yuzu topic, because like the Switch's terrible performance is really it actively stopped me from purchasing SMT5 because I was like,
SMT5 was really rough on the Switch.
I would really like to play this game. Sadly, the enemies pop in 5 feet in front of me and animate at 2 frames a second, while everything else animates at a crisp, solid, buttery smooth like 20 or 30, you know. And it's like really blurry and low res and shitty. and then you play it on PC, and it's higher resolution. It's got upgraded fucking visuals. The enemies fucking, you know, the draw distance is normal.
Yeah.
And they animate properly and everything, and it's like, and having somebody be like, there's no benefit to playing on a PC. Like, oh, bitch, are you for real?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, bitch, please.
Okay, buddy.
And like now they're making a version
Back to your
of
retirement home.
Now they're making a version of SMT5 that's actually going to be fucking playable without like without emulating it. They're putting it on other consoles. It's good, good for them. I'll probably buy it when it comes out. You know, because it's a pretty cool game.
My biggest problem is it drops the same fucking day as Shadow of the Erdtree.
Ooh, that's rough. That sucks.
For some reason, I don't care about that. I don't know why.
Really?
I liked Elden Ring, but I
understand not being as excited. But
to be fair, it's been
really
a while
excited.
since Elden Ring's been
out. The trailer just looked like, I don't know, more of the same. Really, it didn't really have anything where I was like, oh, I gotta experience that. It was just like, well, this is more of that. Like, I look at the Bloodborne DLC, and that's got kind of like, you know, it's somehow more dark and kind of more gruesome and violent than the regular game in a lot of parts, and more fucked up. And there's something about that. But then no, the DLC. I mean, it's just the trailer, but it doesn't look substantially more interesting or anything than, you know, than the original game, which I don't know. I just got bored toward the end. I beat the fire giant. I got to Farah Mazula, and I was like, I just kind of lost interest. I don't know. So I mean, like, it's a cool game, but I don't know. I'm looking at the trailer. I'm like, I want to be excited, but.
I mean, I'm nervously like tempted to buy the Destiny expansion when that drops. That's. I just want to see the end, you know?
Didn't they already do the last expansion for that?
Nope. The final shape. It was supposed to come out, I think, in April, but they pushed it back to June. You know, at one point I was thinking about telling people to get into that fucking game. That's really all I gotta say.
You wanted to do like a hyperfixation on Destiny?
At one point I did, and I was like, oh, we can all play it together. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, I want to keep my friendship here.
Yeah.
I would have never played Destiny. I'm sorry. Well, no, I shouldn't say that, because I have considered it in the past. Because various times I've heard people say that it's fixed now.
It had been.
That's true. I guess it is a fluctuating situation, so yeah.
Yeah.
Bungie, I've heard that, like, at the core, it is a Bungie shooter, and it's got good shooting, and it feels fun to play.
But yeah, the mechanics are wonderful. It's just...
But I just really fucking can't stand games where it's all just number grind, and that's exactly what Destiny is, so, yeah.
See, I don't mind that if the number grind is fun. I've got the number grind brain, but...
I know you do. I don't think we do. I don't think I do, but...
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the number grind can be fun, but... Yeah, Destiny, they've fallen apart on a lot of systems, and it's like, yeah, it's not even fun to play anymore for me. It's sad. Even Destiny 1, like, I went back to play that recently because I still got that game. And yeah, it's like, even with all the problems that has, it's still fun to play.
Yeah, it's interesting, the idea of Destiny 1 now. It sort of reminds me of how, like, Overwatch 1, you can't just play that now. Final Fantasy 14 in its original form is not playable ever again. Destiny 1... I mean, I guess Destiny 1's kind of still playable.
Destiny 1 you can still play. Destiny 2's base campaign, I don't think you can play. I think they vaulted that.
Yeah, because they started cycling out fucking content, which is weird.
See, the thing I'm genuinely shocked they don't do is make it optional downloads. Like, if you want certain things, you can just like toggle it in, toggle it out. And that might just be a limitation of the engine, but still, it's like, fuck, that would be an expansion thing people would like, you know. Because the game takes up like 100 fucking gigs. It's absurd.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly how much. It's fuck it. 118.
Give him a sec. Oh,
118. And admittedly, that's less than some COD games, but still, it's like, fuck. That's absurd.
yeah, you're gonna have to deal with one of those big boy fuck off discs for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, very big disc trademark.
Very big fuck off disc. What else here?
I got 2. Do you want to go with Dystopia 1 or Dystopia 2?
Dystopia 1.
You guys hear about the Kids Online Safety Act?
Oh yeah, I have.
Well, no.
Yeah, it's a bill that's been proposed by 62 sponsors in Congress. Basically to require government ID in order to use most sites.
Yeah.
And like I already have enough of an issue taking a picture of my ID to order weed online.
Yeah.
I'm not showing someone my ID to use Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. I'm not a fool.
Also, real quick.
Well, I mean, this is.
Oh, go on.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, well, Claw, you go first.
Well, this is just are you going to talk about the Elon thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. This is just reminding me of, there's been a push for a long time. And I think I mentioned it recently. I know I mentioned it last night on the stream, but recently on the podcast too, I think I even mentioned it. The fucking Diablo composer who, no, it wasn't on the podcast. It was in my D&D game. Somebody unknowingly decided to play some music from Diablo, and I was like, "Oh no, that triggered me." And they were like, "Oh, why?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't know? Oh," and then I went into the whole thing. And yeah, for those who don't know, the guy who composed for the Diablo. No, I'm not saying the name. I'm not saying the name.
Well, hang on. I mean, you know,
Mateus Wolmayo. Yeah. He did the music for Diablos and Tristramium. He did Tristram's theme song. Tristram over here, our podcast host.
It's really me. Wow.
Yeah, and he had this whole thing. I remember, not from me, but for a lot of the people that were followed me. That I was tweeting about him freaking out about somebody and how he wanted somebody to be skinned alive. And, people that follow me were like, what the fuck? And I was like, and he kept freaking out about how a lot of them didn't have their faces and names. And how, they were anons. How they're too afraid to back up what they really think on the internet. So they just hide behind, their anime girl avatar or whatever. Instead of being first name, last name with their fucking driver's license picture.
Yeah.
I don't think I want that world. I don't want that world. I think I would prefer to have anonymity on the internet. And for some reason, I think it's also like a movie Bob sort of thing. I remember I think he was kind of into the same thing too, of maybe it wasn't him, but there were people back in the day I remember who were very you have to have your real face and name, or else I don't accept your opinion because you're not a real person.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
And so, yeah, that now, I mean, I guess to be able to be on the internet, you have to have an ID. I mean, obviously, this probably won't pass. Probably. Yeah. But it's what did you say, 60 different people are trying to get it going?
Yep.
Yeah, 60 on Congress, which, I mean, we have a shit ton of fucking representatives, but still, 60 is a pretty big number, especially when it's both sides.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, bipartisan support for some stupid shit is always a tricky one.
And it's always, it's always the kids. It always has to be, something to protect the kids, Oh,
I'm really getting fucking sick of people using kids. It's so it's every fucking thing. Everything that happens now is Mama Max, oh god, defend our kids. Oh my god, the liberals, they're transing our kids. The conservatives, they're gonna put conservative stuff in the schools and make the kids conservative. Oh my god, the kids! Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Most of the people that say this shit don't even have kids and never will because they're very unpleasant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's my biggest thing. It's like, you know, are we not allowed to have adult spaces? You know, are we not allowed to say, "Hey kids, go fuck off, go into your own place"? Or, or better yet, keep your bastards off the fucking internet if you don't want them.
Like, don't fucking take the iPad away from your kids. If he wants to watch Skibbity Toilet, he can watch it on like the TV or whatever.
Yeah. It ultimately does come. It's always a parenting thing, and it's this weird. You know, a lot of conservatives like to use the term nanny state. I don't hear. There's not like an equivalent thing. I don't think for liberals. I guess there probably is, and I'm not thinking of it. But they like to use. They love to use the term
Anita state.
Sure, they like to use the term nanny state. And nanny state is like a good term. It means like the government is going to come in and live your life for you and lick your wounds for you. They'll get you your job for you, and they'll make sure you don't have to work for anything. But it's like, man, I don't know. You look at some of this shit, and it's like, why can't my kids fucking like be exactly like me? Why can't the government change the laws so my kids are like me? That's the real nanny state. You think you're like some religious conservative and you're whining about the liberals, and then you're just like, no, the nanny state. I need the state to raise my children right because I can't. Oh my god.
Exactly.
If I take away the iPad, he'll scream at me.
He'll hate me. Oh no. Like, yeah, maybe your little bastard should hate you.
There was an amazing video that Medicare showed one time, which, by the way, apparently he's doing another stream. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
I posted it.
He's doing.
Yeah.
There's a great stream he did it was the one where he looked at chibi necodemics and also Ultra J-Man getting slapped in the head by his mom while he was playing Rayman.
Yeah.
And another part of that is it's the classic clip of the kid going, "No, Mom, I got a virus and my pants fell down," and like that whole thing. Yeah. But then it's the rest of it where it's like the continued adventures apparently of that kid and his mom, where it's the mom just can't raise the fucking kid, and the kid is like shitting on her and yelling at her and being like, "Yeah, well, you're a pretty shitty mom too then, huh?" And like she can't say anything to him. She's afraid of speaking to him. And she's like on the verge of tears. The kid is bullying his mother. It's really funny, but also it's like, man, I wonder how we got here.
Yeah,
I wonder how we got here now.
That's entirely her fault for being a shitty parent there, you know? It's like
these people wind up incredibly entitled, and who's to blame? I don't know.
Man.
We gotta bring back caning. Fuck it, I'm a Thatcherite now.
Yeah, caning, you know, spoil the child, slap him with the rod or whatever. Yeah, that whole thing.
Suck the rod, got it.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a bit. One thing I do really want to quickly bring up about the Diablo composer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that I think it's really funny that he's like really up in arms about people not using their real names and real faces, because he really has that, like his that view of his has backfired because he hasn't had a single job since 2020, and they didn't bring him back for Diablo 4.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was playing. I was like, huh. Well,
yeah.
I realized at a certain point, like, because I made my video about him in 2020, and then I think I kept it up for a while. I eventually took it down because he was, like, threatening me, and he kept complaining about how I had his Wikipedia picture in the video, which apparently, and he was probably bluffing, but, like, I don't know, I'm being bullied by a bigger creator here. What am I supposed to do, right? He claimed that he knows the person who took the photo of him on Wikipedia, and he was going to get the person who owns the photo legally to, like, take my video down. And that was the route he was going to do. That was his big master plan.
Hey, you want to know something really funny?
What's that?
if it's the one with him playing guitar, that's published under Creative Commons license.
Yep.
Which means you can't do
but
shit.
supposedly, according to him, that can be revoked or something. I mentioned that
It
too.
can,
but
true, but it all depends on use, like when it's used.
He claims that because he knows
as long as you give appropriate credit to the image, provide a link to the license, and indicate if changes were made, you may do so in a reasonable manner, but not in a way that suggests the licensor endorses you or your use.
At this point, that video is a little old anyway. At this point, I'm going to make a video eventually talking about it. I saved some of his emails, but yeah, no. Because he came back eventually, like a year or two later. I forget what even started that. I think I made some offhand joke, and he, like, started sending me fucking emails again like a psychopath.
God, he's
like,
just
I guess
watching
he just hate watches me. I now have the composer of Diablo, like, I say now, apparently for the last few years. For the majority of my YouTube career, I've had the composer of Diablo just, like, shitting up my fucking... Like, he's the one dislike on every video.
He's doing that more like a job than he's gotten in years. So.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I guess maybe he comes back after a certain point. Maybe it's like my video might have actually made some kind of waves or something. I don't know.
You know
if it didn't, hopefully the next one will, fucker.
Tell you what. Should we try to get him on the podcast?
No, good God, no. The guy
I was saying it was a joke. It was a
shit he said would probably get us banned.
I have not. Oh no, yeah, he got himself banned from Twitter. He no longer. That's the great thing. That was his master strategy. He said a bunch of shit that was so insane that he got his own Twitter banned. So now he's got no proof anywhere that's technically of him saying anything that's insane. It's all screen caps, and he can just say that it's all like
AI.
Like doctored.
Yeah.
It's AI. Yeah, whatever. So the master strategy: just say, listen, nuclear option your Twitter account, people. Go hard R on every slur you know. And then that way, when they ban you, you can just be like, no, it didn't happen. What do you mean? Show me the Twitter account where it happened. You can't. You literally can't.
Yeah.
It's a foolproof strategy employed by the composer of Diablo. So
yes, that famously nameless individual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also been another crazy composer situation.
Oh, wow, I want to save that for last. Oh,
okay,
boy.
Wait, I think I know what you mean. It's not fucking Tommy Tallarico, is it?
No, but there is Tommy Tallarico news. I'll get to that later, too, because it's a perfect segue into a different topic.
We've got triple evil composers
Well, yeah,
today.
we might want to wrap this one up early and save more for the next episode, because I got a shower for work tomorrow.
I do have a whole bunch of stuff that's pretty quick to get through.
Okay, all right.
So here we have Dystopia number 2, shooting in Northwich. Northwich? Oh, Wascally Wabbits. A shooting in Northridge Friday morning was the result of an eviction notice, police say. The suspect, a woman in her 70s, died by suicide.
Oh, shit.
So, fuck landlords. Holy shit.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
That's really all we gotta say about it, because otherwise it's just gonna be like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that's pretty tragic.
I'm sitting here like, wait, where's the funny part? I thought this was loud equals funny. Jesus Christ.
No, it's loud equals dystopia now. We changed it a couple
tragedy.
episodes ago.
That's true, yeah. I should get with the program, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also Elon Musk.
All right.
Boy, hey, fun, really, really fun. New update on Twitter.
Yeah.
Audio and video calling are now available to everyone on Twitter.
Yeah.
It says X, but I'm saying Twitter. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Who are you calling first? And the community note. Holy fuck. Important context for safety. By default, calls are enabled and every call reveals both users' IP addresses to each other.
Yeah.
Users who wish to keep IPs private must change their privacy settings. And I did this as soon as I saw this, because over Super Bowl, Big Game Weekend.
Yeah.
You remember that?
We're gonna get banned, Tristan. Be careful.
Guess how much of Twitter's traffic on Super Bowl weekend, Big Game, whatever, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, it's fine.
Was bots. How much
Oh.
percentage wise of Twitter's traffic Super Bowl weekend was bots? How much you-
37%.
No, I'll take my
Alright,
guess because
alright.
I remember seeing it, but I can't remember the number now. I'm gonna say 74%.
Ooh, you're real close. 76%.
God damn it!
Oh,
I thought it was
no.
72.
I remember because it's haha Fallout 76. Wow.
Yeah, no. And then like, wasn't Facebook like 3%? Or it was like
that's
normally like
interesting.
normally like Facebook's would be bad, but comparatively it was like Twitter's
Yeah,
like 70.
Under every fucking post you see my pussy in bio.
Oh,
Like,
oh my
it's-
god! I gotta find.
It's awful, and I don't want my fucking IP address to be leaked to these dudes. Like, Discord calls don't fucking do this shit. Why?
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I think my response was just like, "Oh," and he's been working in technology for how long now?
Yeah. This is someone who's presumably been working in technology since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You'd fucking think?
Interesting.
Also, yeah, this Tristan, you may have to put this in a thumbnail somehow.
Oh god, no, I don't want to put that in the fucking thumbnail.
Okay, so yeah, this has been the latest.
I love that post.
spam
Wow,
bot.
you could ride this bitch. She's like one of the chocobos in FF7.
Yeah, it's a for the benefit of the listeners, it's a Twitter bot porn account.
Yeah.
The caption is, "I need a husband," double heart emoji. I am from USA and UK. And but first off, I don't know how you can be from both countries.
I mean,
But I'm just gonna let that
Both.
slide.
I can kind
You're
of.
raised in one, born in the other, you
Yeah,
know.
my cousin was
The-
born in Germany but raised in America. I mean,
The image itself is this woman with like a massive ass
yeah,
Yeah.
and
dumpy.
huge boobs.
I mean, it
But
looks
she's
like
she's turned in a way that looks completely unnatural because it is.
Oh.
It's an AI generated image, and her head
Yeah.
is fucking tiny.
Yeah, she got baby face like something fierce.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is peak human performance.
See, look, here's a question. Women, if you are single and have this proportion, there are many men who would want to marry you
Yeah,
because
I don't think you need to
big ass, big tits, and that tall, people like that. But the AI
Also,
has
apparently
fucked
she's in a service
proportions.
uniform.
So
Mm.
some sort of service uniform. I don't know, fuck military that is.
Yeah, I don't know. She's like in fucking all like a weird mix between olive and tan
Yeah.
fatigues.
And also,
Very strange.
and also her belt is very. Oh my god! I found another one in the fucking comments. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna post it.
It's a different.
This-
it's a different image.
This one's hilarious. It's the exact same. It's just slightly different. The really funny one here. Oh god, there was a funny detail and I completely missed it.
Good God, she's like twisting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's got a normal
Oh,
belt
okay.
placement, but her
She
whole
looks
body
like
is
a-
so
look
weird.
at her hand.
She looks like a kangaroo.
Look at her hand in this second image.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean it's
It's
backwards.
It's
Look
the
at her-
opposite fucking hand.
Look at her ass placement on everything, dude. Seriously.
There's like multiple asses almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you got two people to stand inside like separate legs of a really large pair of pants.
I mean, what we're basically seeing, audio listeners, is it's like a bottom. It's like the bottom shot of a person at like a 45-degree angle to the left, but then this woman is like at a fucking 90-degree angle, and she's like the torso. So it's this very uncanny valley skibbity ass image. She's got an American flag patch on her uniform, but I love too that it's like a jump rope. But the fact that she looks like a giraffe makes it like a jumpsuit rather. The fact that she looks like a giraffe makes it look like some kind of specialized outfit for animals.
There were some really funny comments from people just absolutely buying it. Like, there's this one guy. He looks like a Guy Fieri, but like lost everything. And he says, "I would love to date you." And then the one below it, "How do you feel about micro penis? Question mark.
Which, to be fair, good question.
I mean, I love it.
Exactly. You know, it's the smartest question to ask, really, when you're trying to reach out to a woman to date her. How do you feel about micro penises?
Even if you don't have one, it's just like a moral question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like you need to find out who's the good person of the situation here.
You gotta ask how they stand on the MP question.
Yeah, the small dick problem question. Yes.
Oh, there's some breaking news.
Oh.
So I'm not sure about the veracity of this because Drake Bell has been untrustworthy in the past.
Oh no.
But I'm gonna trust this because it's just a good thing to trust this sort of in general. Drake Bell claims that he was molested by a dialogue coach when he was 15 on Nickelodeon.
Well, I guess I believe it. I mean,
it continues to be harder and harder to go back to Drake and Josh, man. It sucks. I have all 4 seasons on my hard drive, and I just can't bring myself to watch it now.
Yeah.
To put one thing I will say is Drake Bell also did get charged with stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. But also, it could be a cycle of abuse thing. That's the thing.
It
we
could.
don't really know.
As long as like he doesn't get out from under that,
I mean, now my question is, did this person know Dan Schneider? Was he in leagues with Dan Schneider?
I don't know. I've been meaning to watch a video about Dan Schneider. It's been in my watch later for a while, but apparently
they're doing an investigation discovery thing, and I think it airs March 17th. Yeah, and it's a 4-part thing that they're doing 2 nights, first 2 episodes, then 2 episodes the night after. Yeah, it's gonna be streaming on HBO Max if you still have that, folks.
Don't you mean Max?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Max.
Stream on Max.
Max with 2 X's because it's more cool that way.
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't do that. It's sadly just Max.
Yeah. I think that's what like Cinemax was fucking.
Well, they didn't max effectively.
Yeah. They didn't maximize their maxings.
Yeah, they weren't maxing.
Rookie move.
What a shame. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do there.
Yeah.
You guys hear the Grok Twitter AI is woke? Unfortunately,
I can't believe it. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Grok is woke.
All right, let me find another story. Okay, we're gonna play a little game, a little fun little game.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna read to you a Jordan B. Peterson quote retweet, and I want you to guess just the general genre of tweet that he's quote retweeting. You have to be pathetic. You have to become pathetic beyond comprehension at Associated Press and the woke. Wait, hold on. You have become pathetic beyond comprehension at Associated Press, and the woke death will soon visit you. Guess what the Associated Press tweet is about. Just generally.
I'm gonna guess it's about, like, food.
I'm thinking it's about kids, like, Baby Shark bullshit.
Those are good guesses, but sadly, no. It's, a New Jersey city that limited street parking hasn't had a traffic death in 7 years.
Huh.
Yeah, so, Jordan Peterson's a weird fucking dude.
So it's the thing about like 15-minute cities or something, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know what's woke about less traffic deaths.
Well, because I guess conservatives are apparently really like the thing. I mean, this is news to me, but they really like the thing where you have to drive 40 miles from your box in suburbia to go do anything. And so if you have a neighborhood that's got a supermarket and a bank and maybe like your job also and transit, they get, I guess, really mad. I mean, I haven't really seen anybody get that mad. I just know that apparently it's a liberal thing to want walkable cities.
Yeah,
And
to
then-
not want to have to drive a fucking massive machine of death around everywhere.
And now there's a conspiracy theory which is calling it's like 15-minute cities, which is like the liberals and the wokes are trying to take away our cars and our freedom by forcing us to all live in a 15-minute cube of gentrification and globalism, I guess.
Yep.
So I guess that's what it is. I like the thought process. It's great. It's like the plot of FF8.
Nice.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Jordan Peterson's just a strange dude.
He really like never came back from a benzos, man. Unironically.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
You gotta give it a little more Kermit is the problem.
We'll see.
Up yours, woke moralists.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see who
it.
cancels who.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I remember there was a time when he was like a little less crazy. There was a
Yeah, he
time
was like
when
reasonable.
he was pretty reasonable, and then something happened, and he just decided to become the meme.
He became the Joker.
That's him.
The
That's
Jorker. The Jorker.
Yep.
The Jorker B. Peterson.
He's jorking it. Straight
We
jorking.
need Jordan B. Peterson and Jordan Peele and Michael B. Jordan all need to make a movie together.
Just put them
I
in the
think that
same
would be
room. Nightmare blunt rotation.
Have you ever heard the song that Jordan Peterson made?
Oh my god, no.
He might have made more than one, but he had this one song that Fantano talked about. I think it was Fantano. It was this like Pink Floyd-esque anthem about like you'll never cancel us or something. I don't know. It was very unfortunate. Lyrically unfortunate, and the rest of it was also not doing it any favors. It was strange. It was very strange.
Yeah.
I'm listening to. I think this is it.
I don't know. It's like
This
I
is
remember-
absolutely not him singing.
I don't think so. No. I think he just like hired people to do it. I don't think he even made the song.
He produced it. Ah, okay.
Oh, and that's why it sounds like shit. He must have mixed it so it sounds bad.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a bit difficult to make out the lyrics.
Well, they're coming for you and your kids.
Yeah.
That's
The
probably
woke,
the
the
lyrics.
woke moralists.
I keep thinking about when we were talking about Doctor Who and how woke it was getting or whatever. And at some point, I think Gabe was the one who said, like, the last of the wokes. It's my favorite Peter Davison cereal. I think about that sometimes. Like, oh man, this is going to be one more of... I think about the wokes as a potential Doctor Who villain. So when a scenario like this comes up, it's like... Terror of the Wokes! Doo-dee-doo! Written by Terry Nation.
Oh man.
Destiny of the Wokes!
We gotta have Gabe on next time.
We do.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because we gotta talk about Plum Corp, which is really fun. I love it. But okay. I have 2 more topics. Well, 3, but one of them is like a really short segue into the first one.
Okay.
Did you guys know that Tommy Tallarico's house is for sale?
Yep. We could.
Yeah.
Would love to make
The famous it's
Oh yeah, no, I did know
basically
this, yeah.
$3 million.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's the house with the waterfall, and he hears it every night, and then it's not really that good because he has to pee a lot.
Yeah, Tommy Tallarico had a house that made like Michael Jackson's house look kind of embarrassing in a way.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
pretty
very.
It was kind of cool.
I mean, I dig the ancient Egypt room. I'm not so sure about the Lara Croft room.
Well, the ancient Egypt
Kinda
room
did
just
Lord.
reminds me of the J Station like sarcophagus, golden sarcophagus that he had in his his living room.
To be fair, I would have a golden sarcophagus in my living room if I had access to one.
I guess.
To be fair, I'd hide in there. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
But so speaking of Tommy Tallarico.
Yes.
So James Somerton.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If we recorded this like a day or two ago, I would have been like, oh, look at this fucking dude. But there's some updates.
Yeah.
But let's do this chronologically.
Okay.
So James Somerton was called out by the big H bomber. Can't fucking speak. The big H bomber guy video. And about for plagiarism. And I mean, he absolutely plagiarized. There's no fucking.
There's no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah. The evidence is literally incontrovertible.
A lot of people have various issues with H Bomber Guy. And I will say he did a disservice to his own claims about Internet Historian by making it so weirdly politically biased, because like he makes a lot of good points, but then it's hard to be kind of separate that from like, it just seems like you just don't like the guy because he's like, edgy or whatever. But
the other side trademark.
But the James Somerton stuff though, that is all like you say, incontrovertible. It's pretty
and like
pretty plain to see.
I've been looking into H Bomber Guy's stuff previously. I mean, I'm mixed on the guy.
Yeah.
There's some really good videos he's made, but then there's also Deus Ex Human Revolution. Wasn't that bad?
Well, no, that game wasn't. No, he said that it wasn't very good.
Yeah, it's fine, which I think it's a little bit worse than fine, but whatever. It's
I like it. I like it for what it is, and since it's the last thing we're ever gonna get, I mean,
it was nice that he was no, there was the other one that nobody even remembers because it was half a game, and then they never got to make the other half. Yeah. And also the phone game too. There was that one also. Yeah. What a shame that series is, but I guess that's fair, I guess, yeah.
So about a week ago, we're recording this on Tuesday the 5th.
Yep.
A little over a week ago, James Somerton came back with a video called Measured Response.
Just his second apology, right?
His second apology, yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's he doesn't really he only really but he only really addresses the like the plagiarism stuff, and not like the weird comments that he made about women. And also, I just learned he said that the Nazis, like there was like a shit ton of SS officers that were gay, which is fucking not true. What?
There were some, but it's like very small. Then they ended up dying when they were found out. So
yeah.
But
I don't want to tie your group to the SS. I don't know.
Yeah, just that too. Like even if there were a shit ton of gay SS officers, that's not really.
I get it. You want to be. I agree. It's like, hey, not every random Nazi soldier was probably an evil mastermind. However, you don't need to necessarily go there. You're just drawing weird. You're just making people draw weird connections. But yeah, no. The first apology was particularly bad. Was this better?
Yeah, he was just sobbing, and it
was just a whole I'm gonna kill myself kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did say that he attempted suicide. He did that in the second one too, but in the first one, like he was sobbing, weeping. He like specifically said stuff about not wanting to throw his co-writer under the bus, but then he immediately threw his co-writer under the bus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
But in this new one, he didn't mention his weird, strange comments and additions at all. It's just the plagiarism, which he admitted he plagiarized. Cool. And then he got into this kind of I'll skip over that bit for flow, but he also got into the film making stuff that H Bomber Guy brought up about how nothing came up, and it was just like scheduling stuff, which. For the most part, it's fine, but also he wrote a film that takes place in the summer, and then production was set to start in winter, and then he realized, oh, hang on, I guess I better scrap this whole movie. instead of just pushing
Oh.
it back.
Yeah, well,
Like
or even
weird
just switching the
rookie
time.
mistakes.
Man, making a movie sounds annoying. Maybe you shouldn't do it if you aren't willing to, do it.
Or plan better.
Yeah.
You'd think.
Or even if you don't plan better, just push back production a little bit, write another movie to have in your backlog. Easy stuff. It's not fucking rocket science. But the weirdest thing in the video is that he like responds to stealing the work of other prominent gay authors by saying that he thinks that the messages would be more palatable coming out of a white guy's mouth, making it so that he literally he's white savioring gay acceptance, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I need to make your points more valid by whiting them.
More cogent.
I need to
you in a second.
I need to white your wrongs.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, that was kind of the end of it. He said that he was going to donate all of the money that he gets from the apology video and any videos in the future that he's plagiarized on to H Bomber Guy to give to his to the funds that he's raising up to give to the authors that James Somerton stole from. And as of 2 days after the video went up, he hadn't done that. So that they would have ended there if we had recorded a couple days ago. But there's an update. So
we
James,
have a new enemy in town.
A little bit less of an enemy, quote unquote. Like a few hours ago, maybe like 10 hours ago max, James Somerton posted what looked like a suicide note on his new Twitter, which I wasn't even aware existed.
I wasn't even aware he removed the old one.
He's gonna Keffels, everybody. Be careful.
Yeah, that's the thing. He hasn't been seen since. His account was deactivated just an hour ago. That's breaking. But I really hope he doesn't do it. But also, it seems so fucking manipulative because like this is yeah.
This is the classic play, right? I mean, there's a new thing also that's. I mean, I mentioned Keffels. So after all the Vosh stuff with the horse lolly porn, Keffels was kind of soft supporting it. Not supporting, but kind of like, well, yeah, what he did was bad, but did you see this? And like kind of downplaying it, kind of sort of thing. And since then, she sort of stopped. But Mudahar picked up on the scent of Keffels, like, being kind of okay with what Vosh was doing and what he was looking at. So now Mudahar is going to be talking about Keffels, and he's been tweeting about it. And Keffels came out with a video that's like, I'm just so done with this. I can't make videos anymore. Bye. I'm suicidal. Bye. So, and both of the people I saw talking about it were like, so this is basically like if something happens, if he comes out with his video, she's gonna like, oh, you came out with it, how could you? Like kind of a hedging her bets kind of thing. So that seems what this is, a little bit like that, just this sort of like, please stop being mean to me, I'm very hurt, and I'm a person too, and the consequences of my own actions are a bitch. Please understand.
Oh shit! Speaking of Keffels and James Somerton,
oh good.
Oh god, she's inserting herself into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
What, Keffels is involved now?
I guess Somerton? So.
I thought she just said she didn't want to be involved in this shit anymore.
I guess I was wrong.
Doesn't shock me.
She got bullied into donating the money she made from monetizing, making a video about James Somerton's suicide video, all about her. Oh boy, that's bad.
Well, doesn't shock me.
I don't have the time. We don't really have the time to look into this much deeper. But listen, if somehow you're listening, James Somerton, just go offline for a bit.
Yeah.
If you think you're ready to come back online, stay offline a bit longer.
Honestly,
just
take a break.
Yeah, just maybe instead of focusing on YouTube, just do your film stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, just change your production studio's name. You know, just don't come back to YouTube with more plagiarized shit, because he posted another one that's like fairly recently, a few days ago, that's just plagiarized from what's her name, like Lily Simpson or whatever, like her fucking Bob's Burgers video.
Yeah.
Like he keeps doing it. He can't stop himself.
He stole from
really
another video.
How can he think that people would? Wow. Like he's just gonna not like, oh, well, we caught you. He won't do it again, surely. Like nobody's gonna notice. Okay.
He's not a bright thinker.
Not necessarily.
Well,
yeah. So hopefully he is not deceased.
I hope not.
I guess.
Honestly, I mean, I don't like the guy, but I don't want him dead. You know?
Yeah.
I'll be real. I don't think I care one way or the other, but I guess it would be a shame. I don't know.
I mean, like the fact that he's killing himself because of, well, he's, you know, either trying or he has because of like criticism. It's literally a fucking image of the like Chef Cousteau gets criticized once, fucking dies.
Yeah.
It's sad, but also like, bro, come on.
Yeah, I mean, and it's very valid criticism in this case, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he's supposed to. That's the thing, though, is I don't know what he's supposed to fucking say in this scenario. Like, yeah, you're kind of just fucked. You're kind of beans. I mean, like, what do you even do now? Your entire career is nothing but a sham. So, like, I guess just go fuck yourself. I mean, there really is no coming back from it.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, one more story.
All right.
And we're gonna give as much time to this as we feel comfortable, because I also want to go soon. I'm getting tired.
That's fair.
But I still can't believe this is real. Also, I accidentally closed YouTube. Hang on, because I want to get the exact well, not exact, but the general date and time this shit was uploaded. So,
yeah.
Where the hell is it? What? Did it disappear? Oh my god, is it gone? No, it's not. Okay. All right. So, late at night, 2 days ago, March 3rd, Sunday, 2024, Martin O'Donnell, the composer for the Halo series and Destiny. I think Destiny 1. I'm not sure about Destiny 2.
I think he worked on Destiny 1.
Yeah. So, he uploaded a video entitled This.
Yeah.
Which is a video announcing his candidate. Like, I can't believe this is real. Announcing his candidacy for the Republican senator of Nevada.
Nevada. Yeah, which he's running on quote unquote family values, which
yeah, so
god.
That's how you know it's gonna be a real hit.
But
it's like a joke?
No.
Yeah, Marty O'Donnell has gone on record in the past against shit like, you know, the current, well, not against, but he's gone on record like supporting Israel and being against Palestine. Basically, you know, attested being like, oh yeah, I support the ongoing genocide that's happening right now. He's also anti-trans, which is really fun and cool. Probably anti-gay as well. Just like the worst
stuff from these composers lately.
I don't fucking know.
It must be you get too good at music, your mind just deteriorates immediately after you hit.
Yeah, it happened to John Lennon.
Huh.
Woman is the N-word of the world.
Yeah.
Wait,
but
what word?
Yes.
The N-word of the world.
The N-word of the world, yes.
Oh, Charles N-word, jeez, right.
Guys.
Oh, he's also running on anti-immigration, or border enforcement.
Family values and anti-immigration. That's great. Oh.
Yeah. The big issue is that he's mostly just running on I am a Republican. Give me money and votes, please.
Yeah,
like he's clarified on like two. He's clarified his stance on 2 topics: border policy and Israel.
Yep.
That's it. And like I just can't wait to see this shit flounder.
It's embarrassing. You know, we as a nation should genuinely feel like a sort of shame by the concept of letting these people who are not politicians think they're politicians. Like we've done it for a while. It's the same thing with Trump, obviously, because he was a TV guy. And, a business mogul before. No politics experience at all. And we did that with Reagan back in the day too, and it was embarrassing then, and it's embarrassing now.
I learned on a recent stream that apparently one of the reasons why people won't shut the fuck up about cartoons from the 80s is because Reagan is responsible for, like, cutting some kind of deal that, like, I guess in the 80s, he's the one that basically made it so every cartoon was just an advertisement to children.
Yep.
So nowadays we still have just like G.I. Joe movies and stupid shit coming out every 5 minutes because
literally
of
like
that, basically.
Consumer brain.
I had no idea.
Back in the 80s.
Consumer brain is all Reagan's fault. I would have never guessed that, but apparently it is.
I think that's so fucking funny if that's true.
Apparently, I don't know. It was from a somewhat questionable source, some weirdo I was watching, but it sounded real.
Yeah.
That's how they get you, though.
That's true.
And it's just some wild shit in the Discord. It's
one of the most insane things to come out of the Discord is someone insinuating that slavery should be legal.
Yep.
Which Discord?
In
Marty O'Donnell?
Discord. Yep.
Specifically Marty O'Donnell Discord.
Ah.
But these people are the type to think that the legalization of slavery should be a states' rights issue.
That's actually a post from the Discord.
All I got to say is, we'll all go down to Dixie, away, away. Each Dixie boy will understand that he must mind his Uncle Sam.
Hell yeah. Land of the free, home of the braves. We won. We're the winners of that fucking war.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not fucking. They're clinging to that 5 years.
Oh,
they're clinging to it.
It's the same thing with like statues. I got in a fight with a family member recently about the statues of Confederates, and I'm like, it's literally a participation trophy.
Yeah.
Literally,
the only one. Let me finish chewing on funny little donut.
Yeah.
The only one that I could even see maybe being defensible is Robert E. Lee, because he was like actually just a go-to general. But even still, he lost the war.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
I'm trying to find.
I don't know. It's.
There is something to be said for preserving history, but yeah, when you put it that way, it is like, it is just kind of like a participation award. You're right.
Just put it in a museum.
True.
Just take it down, put it in the closest museum about Confederate history. Boom.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has any fucking problem with, or even just like a general American history museum. Just like, this happened. Sure, why not?
Yeah, there's Robert E. Lee. That's what he looked like.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
There he is in fucking bronze.
I got one more image. It didn't save properly because my fucking browser sucks dick.
So the guy who brought this to light was doxxed.
Yeah.
He was doxxed by people who supported Marty, and the funniest thing is the mods in the Marty Discord are just like womp womp.
Yeah.
The direct quote
they're not
is
sending their best.
Yeah, it's quote, people get doxxed. It's unfortunate. Marty isn't responsible for people's personal online privacy. We're done with the topic. I hope the affected person can better protect themselves online.
Yeah.
Basically, oh, Marty can't, Marty's not responsible for these people, but like the Marty Discord staff were doxxed last year and they took it seriously then. So
having somebody who's running for a candidacy and their thing is their current stance is, yeah, he's not responsible for your safety. Fuck you. Eat shit. Yeah, vote for him.
Vote for this guy. Which
really makes me want to vote Marty 2024.
This is this was posted. I don't remember when it was posted because fucking Windows.
I don't think he decided this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
I think he decided this a while ago. Yeah, maybe not years.
According to the post, he said, "I just decided this a couple weeks ago, giving me a chance to write a full platform. June 11th is a primary. I need to defeat other Republicans. I'm not trying to change the world by tomorrow." Which, I'm sorry, but if you can't if you're running for a political office and you can't formulate your actual reasonings and opinions, you don't deserve to win.
Yeah, it should be literally just your actual political opinions.
I mean, I remember the fucking lady who crowned herself the Queen of Canada. She, at least, her opinions were insane and her platform was crazy, but
she knew it.
Well, at least the platform kind of existed. It was we're gonna cut whatever and do this, and it was very vague, but it was more than family values and immigration.
Yeah. Although to be fair, the only real queen of Canada is BJ Snowden.
Saskatchewan
in Canada.
In Canada. Yeah.
But yeah.
Classic song.
I hope he Carl Benjamin's hard. That'd be funny.
Well, this is going to be used for years as gamers, the Halo composer. Those gamers and their Republican ideals.
Yeah. It's a shame too because I don't think anything's ever going to make me hate Halo music. Or even that sucks. Like Marty O'Donnell has made some fantastic music. He probably still makes fantastic music if he still worked.
I really don't give it. I mean, I guess it's unfortunate. I don't know. I guess I should give a shit because this is like the opposite of Matt Ullman. Really, this is a guy who seems. He doesn't seem like he's.
Well, he's not as insane as Matt.
I did say it.
Yes. Diablo composer.
I don't even give a shit. He's not as insane. He but it's a political thing. It's politically focused. It's not as he's not talking about skinning trans people alive currently, but
which is a good thing.
We should be happy about that currently. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I guess I should care somewhat about the content of his character or whatever. I mean, the guy's allowed to be conservative or whatever, but if people are being, doxxed and there's a bunch of weirdos talking about slavery on his fucking Discord, then that's probably something that he should deal with,
Yeah, for me, you can be conservative all you want. Just don't actively, ruin the rights of a certain group of people just because you don't agree with their existence. And don't support genocide.
Exactly.
That's I feel like those are two basic components of being a decent. Well, yeah, plagiarism too. Yeah, that's fair.
I said slavery, but I guess.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I guess plagiarism also. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't support slavery either. Although to be fair, Marty hasn't actively said anything about slavery. I feel like he probably doesn't support slavery.
Oh no, but I mean, and it's just I don't know, it's that whole dog whistle thing. Shouldn't your people have some, put their foot down about this a little bit? Wouldn't you, if you cared, do that? That's sort of the argument, I guess. So it's weird stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody should necessarily be running for Congress whose whole thing is, I made the music for Halo. I mean, as good as the music for Halo might be.
Yeah, fantastic music, but also, does that really make it, so that you can, decide tax brackets and shit?
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary.
So, I, for one, can't wait for his hit new campaign slogan, "Be nice to the goose unless the goose is Palestinian."
Huh.
That's gonna be a banger. That's gonna really that's gonna be a hit.
He's close. We're close. But yeah.
That's it for me.
Is that it for all of us?
I think
Yeah, my whole life
one.
cleared out.
I thought we were going to go for a long one today, but I guess we kind of wrapped most of the important stuff up, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I got one more thing technically.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Secret bonus.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's a Dune 2.
Yeah.
Some guy made a surfable worm and rode it around an AMC theater he was working at.
I love this guy.
Yeah, which that's all I really got for this. Respect to that dude.
He's so fucking cool.
Hell yeah. Go see Dune 2, folks. We're not going to talk about it on the podcast. I haven't seen it yet.
I've heard it's good.
It's really good. Go see it from everything I've heard.
It looks good, yeah. I mean, I think I saw one trailer. I like the first one. I'm down for the second. Dune 2 is one of those ones I haven't been following because it's put a nice bow on the episode. It's like FF7 Rebirth. I know I'm going to watch it. I don't need to see the demo and the trailer and whatever. I'm just going to go see it and I'll enjoy it. And
yeah,
that worked out well for me with this one, so that's what I'll do with Dune. You know?
Exactly. Well, with that, folks, yeah, that's been episode... Oh my god, I'm doing it again.
37, I believe.
Yes, 37.
Yay.
Yes.
We're professionals.
Woo, we've been doing
Yeah,
this for a while.
we're probably gonna have an agent soon.
Yes.
Doesn't that scare you?
Wait, an Asian?
No.
Oh, okay.
Agent.
That makes a lot more. That makes a lot
Yes,
more sense.
we're gonna own a Japanese man.
Yes.
Oh,
We're just gonna
God.
ask him to come on every so often to just say something.
Oh dear God, Steve Aoki, no.
Honestly, we could get Shinji from.
Wait, actually, we are gonna have an Asian on soon.
Oh my.
That was part of the joke. I was wondering.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
We're gonna have to bring it up. Oh.
Yeah, we're looking for we're looking into a whole thing with an agent thing potentially. So we're looking into that.
We're gonna take this podcast from pretty good to even better.
We're gonna be super professional. Just trust us, people. Give us
give
us a lot of money, and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah,
wink, nudge, nudge.
Our platform is we are a podcast. Give us money and likes, please.
And family values. Also,
Yeah, family values.
Of course.
Yeah, and immigration. Nothing specific about it. Just immigration.
Immigration.
General
Yeah,
concept.
it's
Just
happening.
the word. Just the word
Yeah.
immigration. It's a
all
fun
you
word
need.
to say.
Exactly. All right, folks. Well, with that, we're gonna wrap this up. Take it easy, everyone. Have a
Penis.
good one. Penis.
Hell yeah, penis.
Yay.